The Daily Mail today leads with an article headed Hunt, Time to Stop Talking Britain Down. Now, I picked this up while I was in Euston about an hour ago, and I was on the phone at the same time to the Avanti help desk. Why? Because yesterday I was obliged to wait for a long delayed train. And while there was, in fact, an alternative train to London that went in the meantime, I was told my ticket would be invalid on that. So when I got the delayed train, the one that I was supposed to get, the guard told me to fill in an online form and to claim compensation through Avanti for the delay. So this I did. I did it. And I got a message back from Avanti today to say that my request for a partial refund was not upheld because it was assumed that I would have taken the alternative train. A lot of time wasted, but the duplicity and the lack of both consistency and transparency in the system is a clear statement about why our country's systems are failing. So Hunt tells us to stop talking Britain down. Maybe Hunt should stop himself. Maybe Hunt should stop doing Britain down and lead by example. Less pointless bureaucratic spats, less litigation, he cannot win, and more faith in people's personal and collective sense of responsibility. Unless that is restored, there can be no hope for a future Great Britain, none at all. Only a squalid example of the sort of thing Avanti was doing, the sort of greed and small-mindedness, fiddling with the paperwork. Oh, Bay's got his claws into my bow tie. The news that the government, the papers are just full of it this morning. The news that the government has paid $222,000 for defending Boris against Partygate. That is scandalous, isn't it? Utterly scandalous. Whatever the ministerial precedent, as too is the nonsense of Matt Hancock's alleged £10,000 charity donation to whatever charity after earning $320,000 for I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, specifically while being criticised by the Parliamentary Advisory Committee for failing to seek clearance for even taking part in the reality TV in the first place. I mean, if he wanted to know about reality TV, he could start by talking to me or hooking up to the Audible podcast Edge of Reality, which really does the job. But all this sleight of hand adds up, frankly, to the image of a government on the take. It may not be, but it's about the optics, and they're bad, bad, bad. And this doesn't even get into the further allegations about Zahawi, or the 15 million PPE bill. And actually, on the subject of Matt Hancock, the bizarre links emerging between Zahawi and the crowdfunding business run by Matt Hancock's brother, Chris. The crowdfunding business is called Crowd2 Fund. And Bowshaw Investments, that's the company that Zahawi is all in a mess with at the moment, in 2014 was the founder investor of Crowd2 Fund. I suppose there's no reason why friends who co-wrote a book in 2011 about the financial crisis should not be in business together. But this business is actually a relationship not between Matt and Nadim, but between Hancock's brother Chris and Zahawi's parents, even if Nadim Zahawi seems to have controlled or owned or managed the websites. Nothing wrong with that, I suppose, and all endorsed, in fact, by George Osborne, who was at the launch party. More than that, frankly, as an internationalist, it's also heartening to note that there is a wide-ranging list of directors, one of whom is the son of the then Iraqi President Abdul Rashid. So I'm sure everything is above board, but it certainly all looks complex and interwoven, the sort of thing that it would be hard to manage without links and networking around the corridors of power. So with these stories running around, it is hard not to talk Britain down or think that the leaders of our society are bringing Britain down, are tarnishing our reputation. But as I say, it's all about the optics, and I may just be drawing the wrong conclusions from what I have read, from what I have observed, from what I have heard. Like three monkeys, close my eyes, shut my mouth, block my ears, My bad, as Mr. Hunt should have me say. My bad. I'm just misreading the optics, clearly.